Julian, what was it like for you? First road game, obviously a hostile environment. You seem to be very poised, under control. Just kind of, what was it like for you out there today?
Yeah, that was the mindset going into it. Coach Day has been preaching that to us all week. He's having poise in the noise out there, and I think we did a good job of just having poise in the loud environment. And our mindset was just keep swinging. Things aren't going to go our way the whole time. There's going to be momentum shifts, so we just got to keep swinging.
Joey Kaufman.
Julian, on your first touchdown pass to Jeremiah, where he's running over the middle, and there's that free rusher coming. What's going through your mind on that play? Can you kind of walk us through what you're seeing there?
Yeah, we kind of knew what look we were going to get there, and they ended up bringing it, so we had to I had to drift and kind of get out of there. And Jeremiah did a nice job of finding the window, and the receivers made some great blocks, and O-line did a great job up front as well.
Deep, Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
Julian, we saw you use your legs a little bit more today to run for a couple key plays. Were you eager to show that part of your game more?
I think it was just what kind of the game called for a couple of times. They were either dropping out 8 guys and there were only 3 guys rushing, or they were playing man coverage and nobody had the quarterback. So I think it was just a couple of times where it was kind of what the game called for, and had to go make a play with my legs.
To the right, Cameron Teague Robinson.
Julian, how much does a drive like you got there in the second quarter, completed 5 of your 6 passes, how much does that build confidence for what you did in that second?
Yeah, I think it builds a lot of confidence, just having consistency like that, and then having the receivers catching and running and making guys miss. I think it just builds consistency for the offense, and then builds a lot of confidence for the offense.
Over to the right, Dylan Davis.
Ryan talks about winning the 8 minutes, those middle 8 minutes all the time. You guys score right before halftime, you come out and score again. I guess what was the message in the locker room at halftime, and just coming out and doing that? How good does that feel? That's confirmation of what that means to you guys.
Yeah, we were excited to score right at the end of the half, and then we knew we would get the ball coming out, and I think we had a 15-play drive to go down there and punch it in. So offensive line did a great job. It's a long drive for them, so I think they did a great job on that drive.
Stefan Kreisnik, over to the right.
After that Texas game, Coach Day talked about feeling like they could have put more on your plate, trusted you with more. I guess how excited were you about the opportunity to face a Big Ten team, get some more on your plate, and improve what you can do?
Yeah, I think the atmosphere was awesome and the environment was awesome, and we were playing a great team. So it was just it was all around excitement. Going out here, the West Coast, go to Seattle, and go play a great team like that.
Over to the left, Spencer Holbrook.
Julian, what's it like to be watching this defense right now? It seems like you're just kind of dominant.
It's awesome to watch, and they're so good in practice that it shows up on Saturdays. So it's awesome to see Caleb, Sonny, all those guys making plays, and it gives us a lot of confidence as an offense that they're going to go and get stops for us.
Right next door, Austin Ward.
Julian, you referenced the environment and the noise and all that, and the poise and the noise. What was the biggest challenge about dealing with that today?
Yeah, I think when you're not on your cadence and you have to go on the silent count, it's definitely tough. And then just them making it tough with our communication. But we practiced it all week, and I think we did a good job of it.
Deep, the gentleman that I don't know whose name is, but he's raising his hand.
Over here. Did you have a moment at all you mentioned the atmosphere and everything, to just kind of take in the atmosphere a little bit and enjoy, being in that game?
Yeah, I think sometimes in the TV timeouts you can kind of feel the energy in the stadium, and it was definitely an awesome atmosphere and very cool.
Right next door, Deep, Joe Nugent.
Julian, they won 22 straight here. That streak is now over. Was that a little motivation for you guys coming into this?
Yeah, they're definitely a really good opponent, and we were excited about the challenge of playing them. And I think our guys, kind of like I said before, we were just going to keep swinging and go off the no momentum and kind of just keep playing.
Pat Murphy.
Julian, the running backs, you guys I think rotate 3 different guys. Just when you have different guys with you, how does that kind of get going? How do you feel like they handle those situations?
Yeah, I think they all do a great job, and it's nice when you have 3 guys like that who can rotate, because you have fresh legs in there, and the defense gets tired, and those guys are fresh and they're able to run through contact.
Jeff Gilbert.
It was more of a methodical day for the offense, not big things over the top. How comfortable is that for you to just play that way and keep it just to that versus trying to hit it big?
Yeah, we had to take what they were giving us, and there wasn't many opportunities for big shots, and we just had to keep playing, and it was going to be longer drives, and I think we did a good job of executing.
And the last question, Tim May.
Yeah, Julian, number 4, Jeremiah Smith, it was like a freight train coming across the middle on that drag route and stuff. And did you sense that too? Did you sense some momentum turn in this game with that play? You stood there in the blitz and hit him on that. But what's it like having a guy like that on your team?
Yeah, Yeah, definitely.
gotten down a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Down 3-0, that was a huge play for the offense, and I think it was third and 12 maybe. So we really needed that, and I think the whole offense executed that very well. We hadn't practiced it too much. We only got it a couple times, and I think we executed it at a high level on that one.
And was it frustrating? It looked like they were just bound and determined. Y'all were going to have to go the hard way today. Did it feel like that at quarterback meetings? They weren't giving you the stuff over the top, so to speak.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a gritty game. It wasn't going to be perfect, and I think kind of like I said before, Coach Day and our whole offense's message was just keep swinging. Things aren't going to go our way, and we just got to keep playing.
Great. Julian, thank you very much.
Thank you.